Question be called. Would the clerk please call the vote? Would the clerk?
And you heard there 10-year-old Emmy Wilkins from Chattanooga taking a stand when the Education Committee considered a bill that would allow school districts to charge undocumented students tuition to attend public schools.
If a student is unable to pay, the district can choose to enroll them. State senators voted to advance the bill through committee this week as demonstrators protested against it.
And our Chattanooga's Meg Doyle is here with us now. She caught up with Emmy about her experience and why she's now advocating against that bill. Meg.
Yeah, Dane, Hannah, Emmy brought this sign to the Capitol last week that says, "Stop attacking my friends." She tells me that every student deserves the right to an education, including her friends who are from different countries.
How would you feel if you went to school one day and your friends weren't there?
10-year-old Emmy Wilkins got out of her seat and knelt before House Education Committee members before they voted on a controversial immigration bill.
Well, I was kind of scared when I was doing that. And when I was doing it, I was just thinking that I was doing it for a reason.
The bill would allow schools to verify student citizenship before enrolling them and then charge tuition to those who are undocumented. The sergeant at arms asked Emmy to move.
I was just thinking that if I had left, it would show that I would be giving in and not giving the kids a chance to have an education.
The bill passed in the committee.
To enroll that child at all. Question be called. Would the clerk please call the vote? Would the clerk?
All kids deserve an education no matter where they're from, and just because they're from a different country doesn't mean they don't deserve to have an education.
Senator Bo Watson from Hamilton County is a sponsor of the bill. We asked him why he backs it.
This bill has been introduced so that we can have this discussion about the financial cost that illegal immigration has on this state and on this country, and one aspect of that is the educational side.
But Emmy's father, Justin Wilkins, disagrees.
Undocumented families already pay for education through sales taxes in our state. And so the argument that this is about having a debate about the cost of immigration is a political gimmick by him.
Over the weekend, families and students gathered in Chattanooga for an Education for All rally, where Emmy also spoke.
School is where we grow, where we make friends, and where we build our dreams. At the heart of our dreams is the right and freedom to learn.
Now, a few issues that came up in Tuesday's committee. Senator Watson said right now they aren't sure how many undocumented students there are in Tennessee schools. And another point, some senators were concerned this would cost school districts a lot of money to implement because they would have to add staff. But Senator Watson said schools already require a birth certificate to enroll.
Now, a lot of this conversation was started by Senator Jeff Yarbrough of Nashville. Again, he was questioning Senator Bo Watson, again, about the English language learning programs that are in schools. Senator Watson claiming that a lot of the money goes to these programs that undocumented individuals may use, students to be included. But again, we don't know how many undocumented students are even in schools or whether a large majority of those English as a second language learners are actually taking part of that as an undocumented individual. So it seemed like Senator Bo Watson even admitted there during that testimony saying, at the end of it, when we look at how much money it might save us, if a very small portion of undocumented individuals use this, it might not save as much money as we were intending with this. So these Democratic representatives really pushing back at using that as the main driving factor for pushing this bill.
Absolutely. There has been a lot of pushback. We've even seen some Republicans push back, but this bill has still been moving through committees. We talked about earlier how just yesterday it got passed through another committee. So even with the pushback, it's been very close votes from everything I've seen, but it has been continued to push through the House and Senate committees, and then it will be here to get heard again. So it'll be interesting to see the outcome, but it has caused quite a lot of controversy, obviously on both sides. I think just with Emmy and everything she did for being 10, it's a very courageous thing to do for that young, and I can't imagine I would have been scared at 10 years old doing that.
It's a good learning opportunity to at least encourage young students to pay attention to the world that is changing around them, get them interested in what's important to them. All right, let's hand things over.